I'm Fran, and I'm glad to be back visiting with you while I make my dinner, or visiting with me. I got very good feedback from the cheese bagels. A lot of the people in the building made them and liked them, so I hope you tried them and I hope you like them. Tonight I'm making dinner for David and I. We're going to be having Korean beef with rice and broccoli. I've made other side dishes before, and I'll show you what I finished, what I did. To start with, I made the rice because it takes about 20 minutes, and I put it into a large bowl. I put it into a large bowl, and I put in water, twice as much water as rice, and I put it in the microwave covered with a clean dish towel, and microwaved it for 10 minutes at high and 15 minutes at medium. And it, of course, will depend on your microwave, how strong your microwave is, and we have a strong one, so it goes fast. So if you have one that's less, it might take a few more minutes, so you can check it. I did that earlier, and I covered it with a wet paper towel, and I just can put it in the microwave to reheat before we're ready to eat. The side dish I'm making tonight is broccoli. I've cleaned it already, and what I did is I put in a little bit of water, probably about 2 or 3 tablespoons of water, and a little bit of salt, maybe a half a teaspoon of salt, and then I put it in the microwave, not covered, for 4 minutes, and it'll keep its bright color. It'll look terrific. So I'm going to put this in the microwave now so I can go on with the rest of the dinner. Okay, so that should be ready by the time we're done. The next thing I'm going to do to start this is get the garnish ready. I'm making toasted sesame seeds, and the way I toast them, this is probably about a tablespoon of sesame seeds. I put them in the microwave for about 2 to 3 minutes, and they'll get nicely brown, and you can use that for your garnish. And the other garnish is green onion. So I'm going to be slicing them very thinly and putting them aside for when I finish the main course. This is for decoration. Okay. Hope you're having a nice time while you're waiting for this coronavirus to finish. Okay, so here's both my garnishes are ready. I'll put them aside. Okay, now we're going to be making our sauce, because as soon as the meat is finished cooking, the sauce goes in, and then you just have to wait for it to reheat. It won't take long. So we'll make our sauce next. Our sauce calls for 3 garlic cloves, and to cook garlic, to peel garlic and to chop it, you don't need a mincer for garlic. What I do, and it's easy for me, is just take your garlic, cut the stem end off, and smash it with the side of your thing. The rest of the peel will come off easily. You don't need to get your hands all sticky trying to get the garlic peel off, and that just takes a second to do. Go, and then I'm going to chop it. That's a lot faster than putting it into a garlic press and then trying to get all the stuff out from that's stuck inside. So this is the way I always do my garlic. Okay, so now we're just going to be chopping it. It's going to get cooked through, so you don't have to worry about being too big or too fine, because it'll get cooked with the sauce. And there we go. A few more chops here and there. Okay, that should be fine. The next thing is brown sugar. So a lot of people have a hard time getting brown sugar to stay soft. If you get one of these jars, mason jars with a lid, you can keep it in here for months without it getting hard. And it's the best way to keep brown sugar. So I'm going to measure out it calls for a 1/4 cup of brown sugar. And I need to get my 1/4 cup, but I'll tell you, the recipe's a bit on the sweet side. So if you like it like that, go with it like that. If you don't like it as sweet, cut down on your sugar. I'll get my 1/4 cup. Okay. I'm not going to pack it in so it won't be as sweet. And I'm going to leave a little bit of, I'm going to make it a little bit less sweet. I'm not going to do a full 1/2 cup. Okay, so we have our sugar and a 1/4 cup of soy sauce. I use the light because I find things too salty when I use the regular. And there's your 1/4 cup, and that's done. 1/4 cup. 2 teaspoons of sesame oil, and this gives it a lot of flavor. Don't get the regular sesame oil, get the toasted sesame oil. There's 2 teaspoons. My oil is done. 1/4 teaspoon of ground ginger, and I'm using ground ginger, but if you like to use fresh, which I usually do use the fresh. You'll need a little bit less than 1/4. When you use the fresh, it's a little bit less. No, excuse me, when you use fresh, it's a little bit more. Okay, I'm going to put my garlic that I've chopped up. Okay, that's done. Crushed red pepper flakes. Now I've got the crushed red pepper. If you want to use more, if you like spicy food, use more. If you don't like it spicy at all, use less. I find a 1/4 cup is not too spicy at all. Here's your 1/4 cup. You can just whisk that together. And it calls for pepper. 1/4 teaspoon of pepper. Okay, so our sauce is done. Our rice is ready. Our broccoli is ready. And I'm going to start cooking the meat, which should not take long. You're going to just brown the meat in the fry pan. Okay, if I'm using lean meat now, if you want to use more fatty meat, you can. If you use full fat meat, I would suggest to you that you put it in a sieve to get rid of the fat that accumulates. If you're using lean like I am, you don't need to. And you also don't need to add any oil to your fry pan. So wait till your fry pan gets hot, add your meat, and then we'll stir it. And let me get my thing to meat. Okay, I have this little gadget to break it up with, but you can use a knife or a fork or anything you want. Okay, we're getting there. I have an induction oven, so it heats really, really quickly. I can hear it sizzling. If you can hear it sizzling, the oil is hot enough. Okay, now we just have to wait for it to brown and finish cooking. Add the sauce, and beat it all up together, and the dinner will be ready. I hope you're getting something done during these days, waiting for the coronavirus epidemic to end, and hoping for a vaccine soon. Okay, get in there. When there's no red left in the meat, it is done. This is a very fast meal to make. I'm using a pound of meat here. We'll only be eating half of it because that's going to be way too much for both of us. But it's good reheated, and you can actually freeze this and reheat it next week if you want. You don't want to eat it twice in a row. I'm serving this on rice. I've made it on mashed potatoes, which is really nice. I've made it on top of quinoa, which is really nice. You can use any starch that you like, that your family eats, whatever. Another minute or two should be done, and we'll add our sauce. You can see the meat is almost brown. There's a few pieces that are still need another minute or so. And there we go. That looks pretty good because you can add your sauce and heat it up, so it should be all done by the time the sauce heats with it. There we go. It comes into little crumbles. You can actually do this with a piece of meat instead that you sliver very finely, and instead of ground meat. But ground meat goes really fast if you want a quick dinner. Okay, here we go. Oh, it's smelling good already. Okay, so while this continues to cook, I'm going to start plating, and I'll get my broccoli. Here's the broccoli after 4 minutes in the microwave. Bright color and cooked not overdone, not mushy at all. If you like it softer, you can do it longer. Okay, so I'm going to start plating. Okay, we'll do our rice. To reheat the rice, I put on top a wet paper towel and cover it with saran wrap, and then it gets hot easily. You can put I'm going to put the rice on the side. You can put the meat right on top of it if you prefer, on the rice. Okay, and we're done. Broccoli, meat. And we're garnishing it, and dinner's on the table. How long was that video? So we have our dinner all set. And I'm serving a fennel soup along with it. The fennel soup is really easy. Onions, chopped fennel, and 1 potato chopped. And you cover it with water and cook it. Cover it with water and cook it for until it's soft. I use an Instant Pot so I can, but you just watch it till it's done. And I added a cup of coconut milk to make it look creamy and taste good. So that's our dinner for tonight, and I hope you enjoy your dinner. I just made it with the broccoli. I made cracked broccoli, which is a little florets of broccoli that I egged. I put it in I put it into soy milk and a little bit of rice vinegar to get the buttermilk type of flavor. Dipped it in there, and then in flour that's seasoned with salt and pepper, and then back into the milk, and then into panko crumbs. And I baked it for about 15 minutes at 450. And I made a sauce, cracked sauce, which is barbecue sauce and a little bit of lime juice. And it comes out really good. It tastes crunchy and it's delicious. Okay, I hope you enjoyed it. I'm going to show you the recipe so you could follow it when you do it. I hope you will enjoy it. I hope you make it. Bye.